So this is not a 1980 Trans Am like I thought it was. Damn it. Nothing better than to start off the video with a cold start on the Prelude with the 2.5-inch Pacesetter catback. As you guys know, there's actually a cat now, and I don't think I've done a cold start on the channel since I put the cat in. So shout out to Seth for the cat, but let's go ahead, let's start this thing up and see how she sounds. So that is the Pacesetter exhaust, and this car has its fair share of problems. We're gonna be fixing one of the big problems it has today, and that's a terrible, terrible clutch. It needs a master, a slave. It realistically needs all the clutch components, because when I rebuilt this motor, I bought a stage 2 clutch, pressure plate, all that jazz. Pressure plate didn't want to bolt up, so I just threw a new disc in it and called it good. That's even worse than pad slapping a brake system, so I feel pretty bad about that. So we're gonna treat her nice. We're gonna do a clutch master and slave. We're gonna go over to Seth's house and do it because he bought it for me and I gotta pay him back. Again, thank you for that, Seth. It seems like every video I'm thanking you for something, but we're gonna go make this thing work really nice because no one else has really ever driven this car. The clutch is like atrociously bad, so hopefully this makes it a little bit better. Obviously the pressure plate's a little worn out, but I'm not too scared about that. So let's go ahead, let's head over to Seth's house and let's throw this in and make the clutch not garbage. So we got the Prelude here, just finished up a Forester. Pretty solid piece, got the other Prelude over there, but hoping this is a 12. Yes, it is. And we have one nasty, rusty, crusty slave. Can I even call it a slave cylinder anymore? So here is the nice new Luck. So this is the same brand that I actually have for the clutch and flywheel on the Jeep that I have yet to install, but nice new master and slave. Got the old one out. Where'd the old one go? So this is the one I just took out. Not exactly the prettiest. Looks like someone shoved mud in it. It's a good thing we're replacing it. Hopefully the clutch in this thing is a little bit better than it was, because it was absolutely terrible. So me being the incredible content creator that I am here on YouTube, I neglected to film the rest of me working on the Prelude, but I did finish, with the help of Seth, the master and slave cylinder. We bled it. It feels great. We put an aftermarket little nut and bolt stopper because the clutch stopper had actually broken, and that's why I had a little dead plate at the top. So the clutch is feeling much better in the Prelude, and it actually like feels really drivable and a lot better. Still grinds a little going into fifth, it always has, and I'm thinking that might be my shift linkage. Might want to adjust that and look into it because I have had the linkage on and off many times. What I'm going to go show you guys and what we're going to do now, and I didn't realize it, you guys already saw at the beginning of the video, we're going to be working on the Firebird a little bit today and a little update. So let's head over to the Firebird and I'll tell you what that little update is. So this is not a 1980 Trans Am like I thought it was. Now I would have been able to tell this if I used my brain and looked at the VIN, but I ran the VIN last night, or 2 nights ago, as you can see, because I peeled back the windshield a little bit. This is a 1979 Firebird Formula. One telltale sign that tells me this car is a Formula, besides the fact that I ran the VIN and it tells me, is it has this really custom two-tone paint job that all the 79 Formulas came with. A significant majority of the 79 Formulas came with this two-tone paint job where it's gloss black up top, it's like a silver on the bottom, and it has these 3 tricolor pinstripes going along. Let me show you guys, and I think I'm gonna keep it and actually embrace that paint scheme. I'll put a picture on screen now of what my car looked like when it came from the factory. It looked really good, and I'm thinking if I can pull off the pinstripe, I can make it look really cool. I'm also thinking the big Formula decals that sit on the bottom of the door and that sit on the back of the trunk, again, pictures on screen, I think I'm gonna get those because I really want to embrace that as not a Trans Am, that is a Formula. The Formula is just 1 tier below the Trans Am, it's no big deal. And the Trans Am just has slightly stiffer suspension, and it has all the body kit and aero that I honestly don't like anyway, so I'm okay with it. I wasn't gonna put any of the body kit on, so. And another thing, I don't think this is a 400 big block. I believe this motor is a 301. It came factory with a 301, so maybe it was swapped at some point, but that's a 301 4 barrel. That's what the VIN says at least, so some few interesting little things. As you guys can see, we have that two-tone paint where it's silver on the bottom, got the 3 different colored stripes, and then it's black up top. I think I'm going to embrace that, and then right across the bottom it'll say Formula, and then right over here on the back it'll say Formula across the back. Thinking that's what I'm going to go with for my paint scheme. It's going to look pretty badass. Now pulling off the pinstripe is going to be a little bit of a challenge, but I think I have it in me. I think I can figure it out to an extent. So right now what we're going to do, we're going to get that subframe and hopefully try to pull it across the property through the snow and into the driveway so I can pull the motor that's out of that one out, start cleaning it up, start disassembling it, getting it ready to be prepped. We're gonna actually start working on the the Firebird in this video, so pretty stoked for that. And yeah, run your VIN before you start telling people what you drive, because you might make a mistake. So to get the subframe in the driveway, we're gonna use my dad's truck with a somewhat failing transmission. The subframe's way over there. We gotta pull it around the house and then through this, like, I don't know, 2 to 3 foot tall pile of ice. So I gotta get a shovel and start breaking this down, because I'm sure the truck will get through it, but it ain't gonna be easy to pull a 900+ pound subframe and engine through this. So let's see if we can get a shovel and break that down. I'm pretty sure it's pretty solid though. So we're using the old big block F-150. It's a 78. Got a little bit more torque than the Jeep does. Gonna back it up all the way across the yard and property and whatnot, and then hook the chain up to it and try to pull. Okay, so now we gotta hook the truck up to our little snow buried subframe right here. There's another little plow under there. Not sure what we're gonna do here, but we'll figure it out. All right, so we have it rigged up. It's right now on the cross member. The trans actually has good trans fluid in it, and it might be a 400. If you guys know what trans this is a 350 or a 400, let me know. I might end up using it, but let's see if the old F1 shitty can pull this thing out. Do you guys know that magic trick where you have like stuff on the table and then there's a cloth and you pull out the cloth? We're trying to do that. There's a carpet underneath here that was placed down underneath that to prevent weeds from growing. I'm gonna try to pull it out. Nope, you're terrible. Don't hire a rookie for the job. Hell yeah. This is not my best moment. I'm soaked head to toe. The job was done. I'm gonna show you guys tomorrow, because right now it's just gross and rainy. I'm soaked, everything's soaked. I'm dripping wet right now, so not the best moment, but I'm glad we finally got the subframe and engine and whatnot all up in the driveway. I was a good couple hours of work, but it's there, it's ready to be disassembled. I'm gonna do it in this video. So it is the next day now. Pulling that subframe out, I'll show you guys what it looks like now in the driveway. Pain in the ass, but it's out and it's sitting right here in the driveway, ready to have the motor and trans pulled. Now, getting it out, there was a little bit of damage to one of the rear pieces. I'm not sure if it was already like that or if we caused the damage, but super easy to fix. I don't think it would technically affect anything because it's past any of the mounts. It's just a little extra steel, but we're gonna bend it out, we're gonna paint it, we're gonna make the subframe all pretty. Now later today, going to a little gun sale at the local gun store, so I might grab some stuff. I'll keep you guys updated on that. But before then, we're gonna pull the motor. Now, one thing that I got for Christmas is this one-piece suit, and I'm hoping it prevents me from getting my clothes absolutely disgusting, because the amount of pants and shirts and hoodies that I've ruined working on cars is astronomical. I've probably ruined like $1,000 worth of clothes, so hopefully this prevents some grease from getting on. Really hoping it does. So let's go ahead, let's see what we're looking at for motor mounts and try to pull this motor out. Hopefully some of the bolts maybe think about maybe moving a little bit. Probably not. Probably should just get the grinder warmed up, but let's see what happens. So got the radiator support bolt off, or got the nut off. Gonna get the bolt out, which looks like it's actually just gonna come right out. It's a big washer. Surprised any of these bolts are really actually coming off. Let's get this chain out of here and make it a bit easier, and then hopefully cut some lines and pull this radiator support off. All right. I don't know why it left the radiator behind, but El Rotted Supporto is off. Now we got the radiator to remove, which should just be like 2 or 3 lines. And then we'll be down to a pretty basic little setup. So by some stroke of luck, both motor mounts like just unbolted, like pretty easily without much hesitation. So now what we're looking at, power steering pump is removed because it had to get moved to get to that motor mount. Both motor mounts are unbolted. The radiator support and radiator are over there, and the AC condenser, because I guess it was an AC car. So now what we're looking at is jacking it up, undoing the tranny cross member, and then pulling it off. Jeep is started because I'm pretty sure about to head out soon to go to that big gun sale, so I guess we'll see. But the next step is that cross member. So I am irresponsible. I am a bad member of society. It wasn't even part of the sale. There wasn't much for the sale. So I have a new toy coming in about a week. Gotta go pick it up next Monday. Today is Sunday. So not tomorrow or today when this video goes live, but a week from today, gonna go pick it up, probably make the video on Wednesday. It'll go live Wednesday. I won't say what it is, but if you're on Snapchat, you know what it is. It's pretty cool. In any case, I have the cross member unbolted from the trans. So now we just got to get the cherry picker and yank her out. Both motor mounts and the cross member undone. Everything should be done up front. There might be like a ground strap or something, but should come out. All right, so it's jacked up in the front down there. Got a chain wrapped around the trans. I guess we're gonna see what we can do. We don't have the carb plate mount, sadly, but I'm obviously gonna have to buy or borrow one to get the 350 in, because I'm not gonna hoist up the 350 by the crank pulley, unless I am. But with the cherry picker no longer having a motor on it and the engine and trans being right there, we are down to our bare subframe. Yeah, there's a little incident right there, don't worry about it. Down to the bare subframe, and now, well, pretty much bare subframe with obviously suspension stuff, so we can still roll it around a little bit, but this is essentially the big platform we're going to be working off of for this build. So one thing I'm debating is getting a lot of the parts powder coated, with the sway bar, the control arms, maybe even the whole subframe if I can find someone to do it cheap enough. Debating that, but at the same time, is it really worth it? I'm going to spend $1,000 getting stuff powder coated when I could paint it and it'll be similarly protected. So it really depends on how I want to do it. I don't even know how I would transport the subframe, so I'm not sure. Not sure if I want to go for powder coat or what the goal is there. If you guys have any recommendations, I'm probably just going to do pour 15 and then paint over it. That's my idea. I want it to be nice and gloss black. Let me know in the comments below, what do you guys think we should do? But right now, looking at this, the subframe is super solid. There's only like 2 little areas I'm really questioning, and they're super simple areas to patch and fix. And I'll show them to you right now. The first one is right up here by the radiator support. It's just a little torn. It's not even rotted. That's probably from us pulling it. So weld it back together. That won't be hard at all. And then under here, on the very end of these where it was sitting in the mud, there's a little crustiness that I gotta fix up, but nothing I'm really scared of. Everything else is super solid. All of the bolts came right out that we needed to take right out. Nothing looks too terrible. I mean, it's dirty, but nothing here is incredibly bent or rotted or anything. So this is the subframe we're gonna be working with, hopefully, assuming it bolts up. So the current plan right now is to clean that up, get all the grease off of it, probably take apart the suspension stuff and make sure it all bolts up to my car, the black one. And then we're gonna pull it, the black car, up onto the driveway first, make sure we can do the swap and everything's gonna work well. Pull it back out, clean it, paint it, weld up anything we have to weld, make it all mint. But this project is moving along pretty quick, trying to get it done as fast and efficiently as possible. Now, if I didn't just impulse buy a rather expensive gun, that would be a little bit easier. But in any case, it's going pretty well. Can't wait to make a video on that, by the way. If you guys are liking the Firebird series, the 1979 Firebird formula restoration / build, then be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. I know this video is all over the place. We started out with the Prelude, which I'll show you guys those fresh parts right now. We have that fresh Master and the fresh Slave down there. So those two are looking pretty good, nice and shiny under the hood. The clutch feels absolutely amazing in that car. And like I said, the Firebird's coming along pretty fast. If you guys do want to see more content, like I said, be sure to subscribe with that notification bell on. Let me know what time you guys want me to upload my videos. I've always uploaded them at 3 p.m. Eastern. If you want to switch out to like 12 p.m. Eastern or 6 p.m., let me know in the comments below what works best for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this build comes out as good as I'm thinking it will. But like I said, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
Told my brothers one day we gon' make it. We just gotta grind for that paycheck. Mama told me one day I'll be famous. Remember when she used to say she hate this? Back then they would laugh when I say shit. Now I'm inside all them people's playlists. So one day I'll be stomping.